What up, boy? What's going on, man?
Enjoying Canada, man. We're excited to have you in a couple of weeks. You're going to be up here in like a month.
Yes, I love Canada. Its women are beautiful, man.
So where are you right now? What are you doing?
I'm in Baltimore getting high, man, smoking, just cooling out, about to eat some Cheesecake Factory.
You know what? The Cheesecake Factory's got these amazing lettuce wraps. That's my jam when I go down to the States.
Man, you got lettuce wraps, fam. You got to get the fried zucchini. You know the appetizers are the fucking best. You got fried zucchini. You got the stuffed mushrooms.
Oh.
They have 2 or 3 pages that's full of appetizers, too. I have to bring my entree to the crib every time. But,
That's all right. That's all right. You're making me hungry.
What's up? What's up on your end, player?
I'm waiting for you. I'm excited. I've been listening to the record all day. I'm excited to talk about it a little bit now that it's finally going to be out there for everybody.
Yeah, man, it leaked. I don't want to talk about that, of course. I don't even want to mention that. But you can get it August the 14th everywhere. I appreciate everybody that support. Go out and cop that. This is based on a true story, man. It took my whole life to put this project together, and I'm super, super excited about it.
What does TRU stand for?
The acronym's T.R.U. stands for The Real University. It's like a class I put together. It's a school of thought that I put together concerning individuals being comfortable in their own skin, being a leader in their community, being confident, just being individuals, period, man. You're being true, like being true to it, being true to yourself, and I basically built everything around that.
How do you stay true to yourself when you have all these people now? Now that you're 2 Chainz, you're a name, you've got buzz behind you. A lot of people in the hip hop world, and a lot of people in the world are just waiting for this record. So how do you stay true to yourself now that you have all this shit going on that you didn't have, I don't know, a year ago?
Basically stay grounded. For me, luckily, I was blessed to, have an awesome run on a mixtape run to where I bought my car, my home. Basically, when I got my deal with Def Jam, they were like, oh, do we have a deal? You haven't spent any of the money, because I was established. I went to Def Jam for a different, a few different things. You know what I mean? But for me, man, I'm already kind of got a pretty good head on my shoulders. So I took care of priorities in my life like a year ago, to where now it's just about stacking up and preparing for another vision and preparing my next best move,
Mm-hmm. Does this change at all, releasing this record as opposed to the mixtape, or is it just album number 2 for you as a solo act?
Well, this is really album number 1 as a solo artist. I put out 2 albums with Playaz Circle, but of course that was a combination of thoughts. When you have 2 people with this, it's just solely me.
I mean just you. But the mixtape is a record, isn't it? Doesn't it count, kind of?
No, definitely. I was about to say that True Religion was definitely an album format. It was a photo shoot. It was mixed. It was mastered. Great features, great production, you know what I'm saying? I just built on that, you know what I mean? But, with me, if anybody's following me, I definitely showed growth. I definitely showed, maturation. I want people to know that, I want people to kind of like, follow this whole journey with me, you know what I mean? And I don't think I peaked out on this project. I actually feel like I still have more room to go, but it's definitely showing growth from my mixtape.
Talk about growth. I'm curious rather as to your music evolution, because you're born a few years before hip hop becomes something. So what were you growing up as a child? How did you get into hip hop? When did it hit you?
Older cousins, man. You know how I go in the family, in the household. Somebody older always put you on something, man. Somebody older with money. Somebody older in the neighborhood. I made a song called "Dope Boy," my role model. It was true. I remember wanting to be fat when I was little. I remember it was a dude that kind of symbolized money. You being fat with a big ass chain on your stomach, hopping out a nice ass ride. You know what I mean? Playing some motherfucking Ghetto Boys, UGK, 8 Ball, and MJG. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, like that's the image. That's where I came from. You know what I mean? People getting their cars painted, loud ass music. That's kind of what surrounded me. You know what I mean? My household, my cousins play 2 Live, Crew, Poison, Clan, just all kind of just. I didn't have a girlfriend in high school, period, because of Too Short and a few other artists. Because I felt like you just weren't supposed to have a girlfriend. You're supposed to be like cool.
Do you feel differently about that now?
Hell no, man. That's too many lonely nights, man. Really.
It leads for good material for songs, though, right? So it's all good.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about this record, because you got the opening track. There's strings on there. There's this jangly piano on Dope Peddler that's like I don't even know, show tune or something. I don't know where you got that from. and then you got some slow jams like Extremely Blessed and In Town. So how involved are you, besides obviously writing the lyrics, how involved are you in beat production or choosing the beats that you want to rap over?
If you look on the back of my own A&R, I pick every beat. I don't pick beats. I actually pick sounds. So I kind of build off sounds that I pick. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm a sound driven. I think this album should definitely introduce a few new sounds. I know for a fact because some people told me, and I just know. And that's kind of what I did. I kind of built. I've been a sound person forever. If I'm ever in the studio where someone is building, I could just be talking in my own way. I need that, and I can build off that. I just feel like sounds trigger people. It's not the actual beat. I've been studying sounds and beats for some time, and I just feel like it's a sound that actually it's like a reflex. It just is like actually makes you, actually as a reflex, it just makes you just move. And I feel like, that's what I look for in beats and stuff. I just try to find that one sound. Of course, it has, 3 or 4 other, 5, 6 other sounds around it to make the complete beat. But I pick sounds.
What is that sound then on Dope Peddler? What is that old show tune thing?
It's actually a real old sample who this dude did back in the days, and he was doing it to try to make it a joke, and people actually took it the wrong way, and because it was talking about drugs, and he was just like he's actually a professor. He's about 50 or 60 years old. He's a professor. He teaches, and it's just one of his projects that he did that was just taken the total wrong way, and it sounds like some stuff that I've done before in my life. People took the wrong way or whatever. So I just connected with it. I connected with it in a couple of ways. It's like it sounds like a Mr. Rogers ass kind of tune in my neighborhood, but it talks about actually being a hustler or a trapper or what he calls a dope peddler, and that was definitely a part of my resume. So my resume as far as before I became this full-time ill MC. So I think it just it has to do with boats, man, based on a true story.
What about, I read something, and this kind of ties into what you're saying, we're news reporters for the streets. How are you a news reporter on this record? What are you talking about that's important?
Well, what we actually do is we give commentary to the people that's watching. We give commentary to the people that's watching on what's going on in the hood, in the streets, or whatever. So they actually won't have to go there for themselves. They can just hear about it, comment on it when they feel like it. It's almost like some form of teaching. You teach them slang, you teach them how to dress, how to walk, certain things like that, if they want to be a part of your campaign or your environment. And so just, being a commentary, it's like you always see that reporter. They at the scene of the crime. We are here now. And just shut up such and such. You don't want to go out there where they're shooting. You just kind of like listen to the lady. Like, damn, it's crazy down there. You know what I mean? So that's what it is.
So what are you talking about then? What are you reporting back to the public on this record?
Man, a few different things, man. I'm just, a lot of it is current events, of course, like news, and a lot of it is just like, the whole company thing, man. A lot of things I'm doing is sheer out of just confidence in me and my material where I'm at in life. So a lot of it is just, individuality based, man. It's about, the things I talk about being true. When it talks about, the trap and hustling and dealing, and talks about, strippers to the point where, somebody that hadn't been to a strip club might want to just peek their head in there one time. Like, let me just see what the fuck's about.
That'd be amazing if that's what you did. If that's what that song, I Love Them Strippers, becomes like the anthem to get people who have never been to strip clubs just to peek their head in. Yeah. That'd be quite the feat.
Just let me see what the hell everybody. Let me just see. I'm tired of this crap. My husband keeps talking about he work late. My husband said they're going on a golfing trip, but they've been going all weekend. He come back with lipstick on his boxers. Yeah, I love strippers.
Let's keep talking about things here, because you said something in there about teaching people how to dress, and I find it really interesting because one of your mixtape lines inspired Kanye to make clothing. Is that true, or is that just something I read online that's crazy?
I heard about that, but I'm just everything I read online is crazy. I don't want to. I can't wait when Ye, if he ever starts doing interviews again. I want everybody to ask him these same questions because they. But he is making clothing right now, and you know he has been a fan of my music for some time, and so that is the answer I can give you. And it's definitely cool working with dude. You know what I mean? He's just a visionary. Um, you know, and it's just cool to have two people that feel like it's a thin line between confidence and cockiness, and see that as a theory to just be kind of cool and do music together, man. So, you know, big salute, Good Music. My album drops August the 14th. If I'm not mistaken, I think Good Music drops the 4th of September. So, you know, big ups. Me and him have a song together called Birthday Song. It's my newest single. Sonny Digital produced it, and it was co-produced by Ye. And it's just doing well in clubs, and it's doing well so far, and I'm just happy about that whole thing. No Lie, the single I got with Drizzy, it's #1 right now, so everything is kind of lining up pretty good, you know what I mean? And like you say, man, I have some joints on there on my album that I'm just really happy about. It kind of changes gears a little bit. My Extremely Blessed joint, my Ghetto Dreams, a few joints like that. They just kind of have a different element to it, you know. Still got those ill sounds, and I'm just excited for anybody who's going to hear the record for the first time all the way through, man, to just see what I actually put together.
Do you save the good stuff for yourself, or do you try and get that out there too? Because you're on a lot of people's songs right now.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I just feel like I said, I hadn't peaked out, man. I got a lot of things I want to say. I've been needing more verses. I like Ross and Andre's song, man. 16 ain't enough, man. Sure, I'll be wanting to rap, boy.
Do you write everything down? Do you go to a studio with a pad and paper?
Nah, never.
Never? Everything's off the top of your head?
Everything, bro.
Nice, man. That's awesome. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, before you go, Respect My Vote. Talk about that. Let's get some quotes on that.
Basically, with Respect My Vote, I've been a felon since I was 15, and I remember walking through the mall and a lady trying to get me to vote during the Obama election. I told them that I couldn't vote. She told me I could. She gave me a pamphlet, made me go do research. From then on, I was intrigued by the information that I read. Unfortunately, in '08, I didn't have a real voice or a platform to. What was that? The people? She brought us that?